Good morning, everyone. My name is Callie Bubb. I am a Tier 3 Support Specialist at Fluke. Welcome to this month's webinar. Today's topic is how to use the Fluke Connect mobile app with a thermal imager. Let's go over a few housekeeping items. This session is recorded and it will be posted on our Excelix website. At the end, when I answer questions, I do have the website posted, so don't worry, I'll have that for you towards the end. All phones will be muted during the entire presentation, but feel free to type in any questions during the presentation and I'll be able to answer those all at the end. Please limit the questions to the topic of today's webinar. Here's our webinar outline. So we'll start with connecting the TI to the Fluke Connect mobile app. I'll go over how to save an image and upload it to the Fluke Connect cloud. I'll show you how to assign an image to an asset. We'll go over viewing measurements that are inside of your Fluke Connect account. And I also have some video demos at the end of everything that we go over in the presentation. Let's get started with how to connect your camera to the Fluke Connect mobile app. So first thing, we'll want to make sure that we have the Fluke Connect mobile app downloaded. So whether you have an Android or an iPhone or even a tablet, you'll go to your App Store or the Google Play Store. Search for Fluke Connect and you'll be able to find the icon that looks similar to this. And you can download the app. From there, you will create an account. We do have guest access. Now that does give you the ability to upload measurements, but in that case, you cannot assign your measurements to a specific asset inside of your account. So definitely, I would suggest creating the account so then you can have that analysis capability. Next, we'll want to turn on the Wi-Fi capabilities on your TI camera. So depending on which camera you have, most likely you'll have to click the F2 button and then go to the Fluke Connect section in the settings. You'll want to find the Pair to Fluke Connect mobile app and make sure it says Wi-Fi on. So just depending on which model you have, it's always a good idea to go to the user's manual just to make sure that you have the proper steps. Next, we will go to our mobile device, or if you have a tablet. So you'll go to your settings and go to Wi-Fi. Under your available networks, you will see the specific camera listed. Just depending on which camera you have, it might include the model number after Fluke. Other times it does have Fluke-camera as your network name. So you'll select the network and just make sure that it does give that little success checkbox to make sure that you now are connected to that camera. You don't want to leave your settings section until you see that, just to make sure that you did connect successfully. Once we're connected, now we can go back to the Fluke Connect mobile app. And we'll select the Connect and Capture measurements, and this is on the home screen. On the next page, you'll see all of the different Fluke tools that are in the area that are around you. And for this example, I want to connect to my TI-75. So we'll click that Connect button. Now let's go over how to save the measurement and upload it to the Fluke Connect cloud. So once we click that connect button, you'll see a screen like this. Now, depending on what camera, you might have a preview of your measurement that you're about to take. So again, just depending on the camera, you might have this screen, or it just might be a yellow screen. We can capture a live measurement, or we can click this little download button here, and then that will populate this screen here. We can download all of the specific measurements on the camera, or we can select the specific measurements that we want to download if you don't want to download all of them. So now on our actual camera, you'll point the camera towards whatever you need to take a measurement of. We'll pull the trigger, and then that gives us this screen here. So we have save, edit, and cancel. If we click F1 to save the measurement, that's when it goes to our Fluke Connect Mobile App, and it will actually populate this screen here so that we can save the measurement just by clicking done. You also have the option to assign it to an asset from this screen, assign it to a work order inside of your account, and we can also add some notes. Once we click done, that's when it will be start the process of being uploaded to the Fluke Connect Cloud. Here's the process of uploading specific measurements. So if we clicked the select images to download, it will give us this screen here, and you can check off the specific measurements that you're looking to download. Now let's go over how to assign an image to an asset. So once the measurements are uploaded to our Fluke Connect Cloud, they will be under the measurement section. So we'll click the menu button here, then select measurements. And this will give you a scrolling view of everything that is currently inside of your account. Once you scroll to your specific measurement that you would like to assign an asset, you'll see under asset, this one says that it is currently unassigned. So that means it is not assigned to an asset inside of your account yet. So we will click here, and then you can scroll and find in your specific asset groups your asset that you would like to assign this measurement to. So here we selected this box here. I want to assign this to an asset inside of my test group folder. And then I want to assign it to my asset lights. And I'll just click this radio button here, and that assigns it to my asset lights. If you do have any test points, they will be listed down below here, and they also have the radio button, so you can select the specific test point. Okay, so now let's go over how to view your images saved under your Fluke Connect account. So there's two separate sections that you can view this information. You can go to your measurements, and that's where you will have the scrolling view, and you can see at the bottom if that specific measurement is assigned to an asset. Or you can locate your asset from the asset sections, go to view saved data, and then you can view the specific measurements under the analysis section. Okay, so let me just bring up our video demos. Just minimize that a little bit. Okay, so here I have a tablet and then I have my thermal imaging camera. So we'll want to make sure that we're logged into our account, and then we can go to our camera. This camera, we click F2, find the Fluke Connect setting under our menu. We'll want to make sure that the Wi-Fi is turned on. Now we can go into our settings on the tablet, select Wi-Fi, and then we'll want to find our camera in the list. This specific one is called Fluke Camera. So like I said earlier, it just depends on which camera you have and what the Wi-Fi network name will be. We'll want to make sure that it successfully connects. And now we'll go to Connect and Capture Measurements from the home screen. And we will select our camera. Again, this one does give us a nice preview. So we can take our measurement and click Save on the camera. And that will then save the measurement on our tablet. We can assign it to an asset or a specific work order that you already have created inside of your account. And we can also add any notes that we need to reference this specific measurement. Now, if we click that little down arrow, we can download these specific measurements already on the camera. So we can select these specific measurements, check off which ones we want to download, and click the download button. It says download complete. It's always a good idea to turn the camera off and disconnect from the Wi-Fi to make sure that the measurements sync back up. You'll want them to sync up to the Fluke Connect cloud. So just making sure that now we connect to our other Wi-Fi network, and then we can go to measurements. And we can see our new measurements that we uploaded. So again, we can select the asset section and now assign that to a specific asset from one of our asset groups. And if there were test points, they would be listed down below. Now we can view our measurement. We can also view the measurement data. We can also send a copy to a specific email address, and we can include, if you do have a camera that you take videos with and voice notes, you can also include that. And now one other video. Okay, so this is viewing measurements. So we'll go from our home screen, click our little menu button up in the left-hand side, and then measurements. So again, it's a scrolling view of our measurements. We can see what measurements are assigned to a specific asset or if they are currently unassigned. We can reassign a specific measurement if needed. We can view if it's assigned to a work order, add notes. We can see the previous notes that are uploaded. We can also go to our specific asset. So if you need to see the analysis of the data. So again, just select our specific asset group. Navigate to our asset. We can see the information of our asset. If there were test points, we would have them listed under components and test points, but we want to see all of the measurements. So we'll go to analysis and we can go to the measurements. We can select center point, min, and max to view the different points under the graph here. You can also scroll to view all of our different measurements right from this screen. We can edit the asset info, we can create a report, or add this asset to an existing asset report as well. Okay, so here is our Excelix website where we upload all of our webinars and any documentation will also be under our handheld tools section. So definitely feel free to head over to our resources/quick start and then go to handheld tools. Like I said, we always record our webinars and they are always uploaded in the next few days. All right, so I'll just put myself on mute and go over some questions that we have. Okay, I'll just keep myself on mute for another few minutes. I hope everybody enjoyed today's presentation, and thank you for all of the questions. Have a great rest of your Thursday.